When a combinator receives MIDI notes from a sequencer or keyboard, it will distribute those events to all of the devices inside the subrack. This allows us to create a synthesizer or sampler stack where a single complex tone is being generated by combining or layering several different tones. So to create a synth stack, we first add a line mixer into the combinator. This will allow us to mix multiple signals. I'm going to tab to the back and you can see the cables from the mixer output are now cabled into the from devices inputs. Now let's take a Thor and add that to the rack. I'm going to browse for a patch and let's try Amber Fields. And let's play this and take a listen to it. I'm going to increase the panning modulation on that one. Let's add another Thor. And then let's select the Mad Hatter patch. So now we have Amber Fields and Mad Hatter layered together simultaneously. I can solo out the second Thor and we can just take a listen to that patch. Now let's add a third instance and load something different like a pad. I'll go back to the factory sound bank into the Thor pads directory and let's select something like Swellow pad. I'm going to solo out that channel and we'll take a listen to this pad sound. Let me unsolo that so we can hear all three of them playing simultaneously now. So now let's add an effect to this patch. I'm going to insert a RV7000 reverb, and you'll see that's going to be cabled to the aux sends of the line mixer. And then let's load a big reverb sound like Wembley. Then I'm going to raise the levels on the aux sends on a couple of these sounds. So I like certain qualities of this Mad Hatter sound. Let me solo that. It's a touch loud, so I'm going to lower the level. And I'd like that to be about an octave higher. So in the programmer, I'm going to go over here where it says Thor 2, that's the Mad Hatter patch. I'm going to transpose that up an octave. We'll adjust the level there a little bit. I'm going to unsolo this now and let's take a listen to all three sounds layered. Now with the Mad Hatter patch shifted an octave higher. Alright, let's take a closer listen to the Swellow pad. It's nice and rich, but it can be shaped a little bit, so I'm going to add another filter here. Use a state variable and set a low pass 12. I'm going to shave down the high end a little bit here. Disable the filter modulation. Increase the level. Okay, let's take a closer listen to this Amber Fields patch again. You can see it has delay and chorus enabled on it. I'm going to disable these. Now disabling those effects gives the panning modulation a little more presence in the patch. So now when we listen to the whole thing, it's difficult to sometimes program a really complicated sound using one instance of a synthesizer. So in this example, you can see I'm using several different sources to create different elements. Each synthesizer is contributing to part of a bigger sound. And of course, you're not limited to just using Thors. You can use any of the Reason sound devices.